Do you hear the sound, the sound? That is the AC in your office. That is the smoke detector in the hall chipping. That is the boss, the Lagos boss, grinding together like there's a boat or boats loosed in it. The whole world is like there's always a constant noise. There's a constant sound making noise at the same time. At the same time, there's this constant noise at the same time. It is like the whole world is being held together by super glue. And if you blink twice, everything comes falling apart. And to be honest, the sound drives me insane. I love sound. I love music. I can listen to a playlist 100% volume and be calm, enjoy the rhythm, the beauty in it, the brilliance in composing words together and also forming sound, music, editing it. I will understand the brilliance in it. I'll feel calm. But you see, this woman sound, this is not art. This is machinery. I'm not saying machines are not art because the I am in love with the art of understanding a problem and bringing together different solutions to solve the problem, if it's software or hardware. And that is how we humans have come together to solve our problems, or we have bring ideas together to solve different problems. And these problems are art, but this is machinery. This is the noise of survivor. I'm trading my silence just to keep my temperature down. This is trade off. And let's look at the physiology of it. Florence Nightingale, the mother of nursing, said it best. She said, unnecessary noise is the absence of care. When I listen to music, my heartbeat sinks to the rhythm, my body sinks to the beat. You feel the passion, the craft that the artist has put into the song, but not all music, not all music. But you actually, to the music that you love, that you like, your heartbeat sings to it, you feel the love in it. That is care, that is beauty. But when I listen to the fan, when I listen to the fan, my body does not sing to the music. It does not sing to the sound. It does not sing to it. My body tenses up. It braces for impact. I am technically cool, but my nervous system is under siege. So look, I wanted to know if I was just being difficult. So I dug into the psychology of it. I found a study at Cornell University by Gary Evans. They basically replicated this exact same room. They put in workers at low level, uncontrollable noise. The typing, the omens, the AC, no loud explosion, just the ums. And the crazy part is that when they asked them, are you stressed? They said no. They learned to ignore it. But their blood work, the data didn't lie. Their epinephrine, their adrenaline was spiked. Their cortisol was through the roof. It is like their subconscious mind was basically fighting a war against the vibration. So we are literally stress testing our arts just to sit still. This connects perfectly to philosophy, specifically Otto Schopenhauer. This man was obsessed with noise he can't control. He said, the amount of noise you can bear undisturbed is inversely proportional to your mental capability. Basically, he's saying the amount of noise you are comfortable in. If you are comfortable in a chaotic sonic environment, you are probably not thinking very deep thoughts. Great mind needs blank canvas. Uncontrolled noise is basically shaking the table when you are drawing. It fractures the rough draft. And honestly, I feel that fracture. I feel my thought eating the frequency of the fan and shattering. So how do we cope? If the world is full of noise we can't control, traffic, siren, generator, how do we function? Sociology has an answer: numbness. George Simmons wrote about it once. He called it Blasé attitude. Blasé basically means nonchalant. He said, because the city bombards us with so much uncontrollable noise, we develop a protective organ. We stop caring, we stop listening, we stop feeling the distinction between things. I see myself in this. I use the noise I can control to drown out the noise I cannot control. That's the AC. But behind those shields, I am not peaceful. It's just numb. And that leads to the biggest problem. Numbness is fine for survival, but it kills creativity. There's a study published in the Journal of Consumer Research by the University of Illinois that explains why. They found out that when noise reaches a certain mechanical level, it kills the brain's ability for abstract processing. It forces your brain into detail mode. What does this mean? You can execute tasks, you can answer emails, you can copy and paste. You cannot invent. You cannot visualize the big picture. You cannot synthesize new ideas. So, looking at all that, here's my theory. I want to propose something I call the frequency tax. If our brain is a processor, using the PM logic, we have limited bandwidth of cognition. Every decibel of uncontrolled noise is a tax on that bandwidth. If the room is silent, 100% of my power goes to logic and the soul. If the AC is humming, maybe 15% is taxed to filter out the aggression out. If the generator starts, maybe 30% is taxed. The truth is, we aren't stupid, we aren't lazy, we are being overtaxed by our environment. We are trying to build a future on 60% operating capacity while our environment is stealing the remaining 40%. This is the tax we pay for innovation. Think about it. What kind of art are we losing? What code are not being written simply because the background noise is too expensive? So I don't like the noise. I didn't write it, but I paid the tax because I need the comfort to sit here and talk to myself, in extension, talking to you. But can I be honest? I wonder how I would be or what I would be if I didn't have to fight the air just to think. I wonder who I would be if I just stopped paying the tax. Probably much louder than the machine because my head might continue just thinking about different things. But still, I am Adeyomi Lawal. I'm a product manager, I'm a thinker. I see the world in systems and in shades of blue. And here is my rough draft. So let's get back to work.